Of course, you look forward to every morning with one and only Sarah Asher-Fox. Sarah, good morning. I mean, a lot is making the headlines, trending on social media as well, from River Enziu to Maranda High to Rangala Boys High School, the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. I mean, let's start with this River Enziu tragedy in Mwingi. What are Kenyans saying on social media?
Hi, Maringa. So Kenyans are basically just wondering what are the leaders going to do about this. We've seen tragedies happening at River Enziu for the past 4 years. There's been a tragedy. In 2018, there was a bus that was swept away. In 2019, there was a Land Cruiser that was transporting some medical supplies that was also swept away. And then last year, we also had an accident at the same area. So guys are just wondering, what is the leadership going to do to make sure that these tragedies are over and done with? So that's what guys are questioning about River Enziu. And of course, we're just trying to see what more happens. Of course, the search and rescue efforts are ongoing today.
Indeed.
Yes.
Now, of course, the death toll stands at 32, and of course, we shall be waiting to see what comes again from that. Now, what's with the Maranda High School? I mean, we did see another case of fire yesterday. What's happening with Maranda?
Yes, so guys are just wondering, you know, last week about 400 Form 4 students were sent home because they were unruly, and they also threatened to burn down the school. So 400 students were sent away, and then this is the second time we're seeing a fire happening at Maranda High School. This is the second time they're burning a dome in the last 4 weeks. So guys are just wondering what's up, what's going on. And obviously the school fires, they've been going up. Cases of school fires have just been going up, and it's not adding up. Kenyans are just wondering, why are they burning schools, and is there any other way to resolve the problems that they're having in school?
Of course, this also comes at the backdrop of that High Court ruling that, rather the ruling by the court that the Kakamega court that the parents pay that 9,500 shillings, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, Rangala Boys High School has been closed indefinitely. I mean, another school, another closure indefinitely. What did they do?
They were unruly. They wanted, you know, they wanted to go on holiday earlier, and they just needed a break. So they were sent home, and the school was closed indefinitely, which guys are comparing this to the Maranda situation, and they're saying, you know, it's better go home rather than burn down the school, because that now becomes an extra expense to the school, to the parents, and it affects everything. Learning-wise, education-wise, for future students who are coming into the institutions. So it's better off just go home and take your time there, and then when you're ready to come back to school, you can come back. Those are some of the arguments that Kenyans are having online.
Indeed. And now let's cross over to the international scene, where there is the Saudi Arabia GP, the Grand Prix. I mean, so much has happened over the weekend, especially with the Formula One in Jeddah circuit last night. What more can you tell us, or not Kenyans especially? Are they more interested in this? What is the interest coming from? Do they want to see such sports in Kenya?
It's very interesting now, seeing how much Kenyans have fallen in love with Formula One in recent times. Previously, we just used to have so much football. Guys would really watch football a lot. But now it's good. We're seeing other sports are also coming in. And Formula One has come out as a star in the past recent weeks. Last night, we had the Saudi GP, which was happening at the Jeddah circuit. And Lewis Hamilton won, equalizing the score with Max Verstappen of Red Bull, bring the score to 369.5. They both have that. And yeah, so we'll be having the final race happening in Abu Dhabi next week, and we're just waiting to see who's going to win this. So far, Max Verstappen has the most wins with 9 races won, and then we also have Lewis Hamilton has won 8 races, but their score is equal. So next week is the final race, and that's the deciding factor on who takes the championship this year.
Now, of course, you mentioned football, and this is, of course, the home stretch of what's trending. So much transpired during the weekend. Manchester versus Crystal Palace, Tottenham versus Norwich, and Watford versus Man City. These scores are quite some... These matches raised quite some uproar on social media, right?
Yes, so EPL is, I think, Kenya's darling when it comes to football. And we had several matches, as you've mentioned, when Manchester United played Crystal Palace. They won 1-0. And then we also had Tottenham playing Norwich, where they won 3-0. And then we also had Watford versus Man City, where Man City won 3-1. And then on Saturday, West Ham is still trending for beating Chelsea 3-2. on Saturday. And today we have a match. Everton versus Arsenal, and we also need to mention that Manchester United has moved up on the EPL table. They were at number 6, now they're at number 5. So I don't know, Maringa, what team are you supporting today? Arsenal versus Everton.
I played the 5th. So yeah, so those are some of the topics. Thank you so much, Sarah Asha Fox, for joining us on What's Trending, and that's why we end up today's edition of News Diary. My name is Judge Maringa. Thank you so much for your splendid company. I believe you're now up to date with what's happening from across the country and beyond. Up next is Business Cafe with Brian George Otieno Branji, as he's famously known. I'll be back again top of the hour with News Center. Do stay with KTN News.